here for you. It helps you in all you do. It helps you know you do. So tune in and now enjoy the fun. It's time for English, everyone. Studio Classroom is on the air. You can watch it everywhere. English is the way to go. So join us now, enjoy the show.
Hello, welcome to Studio Classroom. We're so glad you've joined us today. My name is Anne-Marie.
And my name is Gabe. And of course, today is a great day to learn something new.
So let's do that together. Very excited about our lesson today. We are going to be talking about the James Webb Space Telescope. So before we get started, let's talk about what we like about space.
Well, the stars. I mean, I know that's
You like stars?
I know that's a short answer, but I mean, you know, that's what I can see. That's what I can see at night from certain points or places here on Earth.
Okay.
Not everywhere, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You can only see about 2 stars when you're in Taipei.
That is true. That is definitely something that I miss about my parents' house back in Ohio is almost every night, as long as it's not too cloudy, you can see so many different stars, and I loved being able to find the constellations in the sky when I was growing up.
Do you recognize the different constellations up there, like Orion?
Yeah, I do recognize some of them. When I was younger, I really could find almost all of them, like on a map. If I had the map in front of me, I could generally find them, and some of them by memory as well. But I really loved it too when there were meteor showers that would happen because we could see them so clearly from my parents' house.
Are you referring to shooting stars, Anne-Marie?
Yes.
Like a lot of shooting stars.
A lot of shooting stars.
Yeah, and of course those aren't actually stars coming into Earth's atmosphere. Those are, like Anne-Marie said, they're meteors, right? Those are called meteor showers when certain nights of the year, a lot of meteors will come in to the Earth's atmosphere. I just like the idea of being reminded of how small we are in this universe as well, because you know that when you're looking out at those stars, you're kind of looking back in time, right? Because what we're seeing with the stars actually happened sometimes several thousand or million years ago. You know, it's really cool.
It is really cool to think about how small we are compared to the entire universe. Well, we are going to talk more about that today and some of the other things that we can see in space. So let's get right into it.
The James Webb Space Telescope. This amazing telescope is unlocking the secrets of the universe. On December 25th, 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, launched from Europe's spaceport in South America. This $10 billion project represents the combined effort of over 1,200 committed professionals from 14 countries. It is the largest and most powerful space telescope ever made, and its sole purpose is to unlock the deepest mysteries of the universe.
Hello everyone, welcome to Language Lab. I'm Jack. 我们先来看 unlock 这个动词，字面的意思是打开锁。譬如 Andrew thought he had the wrong key because he couldn't unlock his front door. Andrew 以为他拿错钥匙了，因为他打不开前门。或者是 Brad unlocked his desk drawer and took out a huge sum of money to give to his son. Brad 打开书桌抽屉的锁，拿出一大笔钱给儿子。Unlock 在今天的文中呢，意思是解开什么之谜。例如 When scientists unlocked some of the mysteries of the universe, people were amazed. 当科学家们解开宇宙的一些奥秘时，人们都惊叹不已。接着来看 sole 这个形容词，意思是唯一的或单独的。譬如 Milo's sole reason for attending the party was to make sure his friends got home safely. Milo 去这场派对的唯一原因是要确保他朋友们能安全地回到家。或者是 The sole owner of the company is Elon Musk. 这家公司唯一的拥有者是伊隆马斯克。再看一句 Jasmine has the sole responsibility for making the store successful. Jasmine 要全权负责这家商店的成败。
All right, let's begin learning about the James Webb Space Telescope. We read this amazing telescope is unlocking the secrets of the universe. I like that word unlocking. You just learned about that in the language lab. You get the idea that there's some kind of mystery involved that we need to solve.
Well, the word mystery also appears in this section, also with the idea of unlocking, right? We just read its sole purpose is to unlock the deepest mysteries of the universe. And so, yes, if something is a mystery, then there's probably something secret about it, right? There's something we don't know, and we're hoping to discover. So that's what the point, or that's what the purpose of this telescope is. On December 25th, 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, launched from Europe's spaceport in South America. This is kind of cool, Anne-Marie, that it happened on December 25th. We could say that this JWST was Earth's Christmas gift to space.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could maybe say that.
Yeah, or maybe it's Earth's Christmas gift to itself because it's hoping to learn from space. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we could say that. Well, there is something we want to look at in this sentence, and it is the word launched. We use the word launch when we are sending something from Earth up into space. In this case, it's the telescope. We could also use this word with the space shuttle as well. But we see something else here. This $10 billion project represents the combined effort of over 1,200 committed professionals from 14 countries. That is a lot of people working together, collaborating together.
Yeah, they really are collaborating on this project, this combined effort. And the idea that it's people from 14 different countries reminds me of the International Space Station as well. That was a combined effort, or it is an ongoing combined effort working on that International Space Station. It is the largest and most powerful space telescope ever made, and its sole purpose is to unlock the deepest mysteries of the universe. The other space telescope that I know of, that I've heard a lot about, is the Hubble Space Telescope. But this one, the JWST, is the largest and most powerful, and we're going to learn more about that right after this.
Welcome to InfoCloud, everybody. How many planets are there in our solar system?
Oh, that's easy. 8. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Wow, Rex, you know your planets. But back when I was in school, we learned that there were 9. The smallest and furthest planet is called Pluto.
Pluto? Did it disappear? What happened to it?
Pluto was reclassified in 2006 as a dwarf planet. That means it's a bit too small to count with the other main planets in the solar system.
Ah, a dwarf refers to something small. Is Pluto the only dwarf planet in our solar system?
Actually, scientists have now found others, each with their own name and special characteristics.
You might also hear the terms major planet and minor planet used.
The 8 large planets in our solar system are the major planets.
And Pluto now lives among the so-called minor planets. So Pluto has not been forgotten after all.
People who learned about the solar system before 2006, like me, tend to feel a bit sentimental about Pluto. Maybe they have felt overlooked themselves at one time or another.
太阳系原本有9大行星，但是在2006年，离太阳最远的行星 Pluto 冥王星却被除名，或是被降级成为 Dwarf Planet 矮行星。主要的原因是它的体积太小，不像其他行星那样又大又重，周围没有零碎物体。而且 Pluto 的轨道也跟比它大很多的海王星有重叠的部分。相较之下 ，Pluto 跟8大行星实在是差太多了，因此才会被归类为 Dwarf Planet 或是 Minor Planet 小行星。太阳系现在的8个行星被归类为 Major Planet 大行星。这就是今天的 InfoCloud， 我们下次云端见。
The James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb Space Telescope's primary mission is to study the light of the earliest stars, peering further back into our cosmic past than ever before. These observations will help us understand how our universe was born, as well as provide insights into the life cycles of stars and galaxies.
"好的，我们来看 cosmic 这个形容词，意思是宇宙的。譬如 The sun provides the cosmic light the Earth needs to exist. 太阳提供地球生存所需的宇宙光。或者是 The meteor left a trail of cosmic dust as it traveled through the universe. 这颗流星在宇宙中旅行时，留下了宇宙尘埃的痕迹。Cosmic 另外一个意思是巨大无比的，例如The change of CEOs was a cosmic shift for the company. 更换执行长对这家公司来说是一个巨大的改变。
Thank you, Jack. All right, let's get right back into our lesson. The James Webb Space Telescope's primary mission is to study the light of the earliest stars. Okay, well, we see this word mission here, and there's a few other words we could use to talk about the mission of something as well. We could say that this telescope is on a quest as well, I think.
Oh, you could say that, yeah, because it's got a mission, it's got something it's trying to do, trying to accomplish. And that's how we talk about missions, right? Mission accomplished, we might say, if you did a task that you were trying to complete. Maybe it was a little bit difficult, but mission accomplished. You did it. Well, the primary mission, its main purpose or goal, is to study the light of the earliest stars, peering further back into our cosmic past than ever before. There are different words we use when we talk about seeing, or things that we can do with our eyes. You can look at something, you can watch something, you can peer. The idea of peering is to look kind of intentionally or because you're really searching for something.
I get the idea with the word peering that it's something you can't see very well and you have to try really, really hard to see, which this is true, right? Our cosmic past, that's something that would be really difficult to see or discern. We read these observations will help us understand how our universe was born, as well as provide insights into the life cycles of stars and galaxies.
And of course, there are many theories about how our universe was born. For example, a lot of people might think of the Big Bang. There was nothing, and then all of a sudden, poof, that nothing exploded into basically what we have now, everything. And that doesn't really explain for how the Big Bang got started. There was an origin somehow, right? As a Christian, we believe that God created everything. So whether He created everything the way that we read it in the Bible and there's no other important details, or whether He created it by using a Big Bang The idea is he still created everything. That's how everything was born.
Well, we are going to learn more about this telescope and the things that it is doing in just a moment.
It's so dark in here. Can I arrange? Oh, hello, fact friends. I'm Detective Ernest Finder, and I have a very fun and mysterious fact for you today. Did you know that the James Webb Telescope took off from the country of French Guiana? French Guiana is a very special country because even though it is in South America, it uses the euro as its official money and is a member of the EU, the European Union. How crazy is that? But you better believe it because it's a fact.
The James Webb Space Telescope. This telescope is designed to observe some of the dimmest stellar objects in the night sky. How dim? According to Mike Mazzell, the JWST's mission systems engineer, is as dim as something 1/20th as bright as a 5-watt bulb placed on the moon. This amazing sensitivity is due to its ability to detect infrared light, a type of light that is invisible to human eyes. As a result, it can see deep into the night sky, observing stellar objects whose light might otherwise be absorbed by clouds of gas and cosmic dust.
最后来看 sensitivity 这个名词，它在今天课文中的意思是灵敏度，但是 sensitivity 也指对人的需求的敏锐度。譬如 Mr. Phillips' sensitivity to the needs of his students has made him a very popular teacher. Philip 老师对学生的需求的敏锐度，让他成为了一名非常受欢迎的老师。另外 sensitivity 也指对某些物质过敏，例如 Bobby's sensitivity to dairy products means he can't have any ice cream. Bobby 对乳制品过敏，所以他不能吃任何冰淇淋。或者是 Miriam always wears long sleeves when she goes outdoors because of her sensitivity to the sun. Miriam 外出时总是穿长袖，因为她对阳光敏感。
Thank you so much, Jack. All right, let's continue reading here, friends. This telescope is designed to observe some of the dimmest stellar objects in the night sky. All right, we need to talk about this word dimmest because we do see dimmest, dim, multiple times in this section here. So the dimmest just has the idea that things are not very bright. Maybe the light from them isn't very easy to detect or very easy to see.
Yeah, exactly. So this telescope can really see a lot of dim things. So dim, in fact, that something 1/20th as bright as a 5-watt bulb placed on the moon can be seen. That is incredible. I mean, if you placed a 5-watt bulb like half a kilometer away from me, I probably couldn't see it. So, like, that's pretty cool that this telescope can see things, you know, thousands and millions of light years away that are super dim.
Yeah, and let's talk about this word bulb here before we move on. Now here we're talking about a light bulb, which is often how we use the word bulb. But we could also use the word bulb when talking about flowers as well. And those bulbs that flowers grow from, some types of flowers, are shaped in the same way as a light bulb, right? So we get the idea that this word is talking about the shape of something.
Well, let's go back to talk about stellar for a minute because we're talking about stellar objects here. Did you know that there are a septillion stars in the observable sky, Anne-Marie?
A septillion. I don't even know how many that is.
Septillion, okay? So that's 1 followed by 24 zeros.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I should say that we could only see about 5,000 stars from, Earth, like when we're looking into the sky. But with telescopes and different things like this, people are able to see 1 followed by 24 zeros, a septillion stars in the observable universe. I mean, that is pretty amazing.
That is super amazing, and in my opinion, super fun to learn about. We have a question to ask our teachers. Do you think it's fun to learn about space? Why or why not? Let's find out what their answers were right now.
Do I think it's fun to learn about space? You're asking the right guy. I think it's great to learn about space. Actually, I really do honestly enjoy learning about space. So on a personal level, the reason why I really love space is it gives me my daily dose of wonder, right? Every day, I think it's good to have something that just blows your mind, that takes you outside of the little world of your problems and your job or your homework or whatever. We can get stuck in these little worlds that we make for ourselves, but we need something that will just blow our minds, that will take us outside of that and give us more perspective. So in the mornings, for sure, the first thing that helps me do that is just spending some time in prayer and reading my Bible. Really opens up my eyes to who God is, how He loves me, and gets me ready for the day. And when I feel stressed out sometimes and I just feel like, oh, there's just too much on my mind, then I go to one of my favorite websites, which has a different astronomy picture every day. And I just look at this picture of this huge nebula or this planet or this galaxy, and I just think of how small I am compared to this thing and how beautiful it is as this thing that God made. And that really encourages me. So I think it's really fun to learn about space.
Well, I don't know too much about space, but I think it would be very fun to learn about it. We are a tiny planet in this whole universe. We haven't even explored more than half of it. We find new planets, new galaxies every day, and it's just amazing and wonderful. We believe in God that created everything, so it's amazing that He can create so much more, and we only live in a small Earth. We always talk about going to the moon, or going to Mars. So it is really interesting, and hey, I would like to go to Mars one day. I don't know, yeah.
All right, well, as we finish up our lesson today, friends, we want to talk a little bit more about stellar objects because they are super fun and super interesting.
Yeah, well, are we going to talk about stellar objects, Anne-Marie? Because stellar always has to do with stars, but sometimes we call things stars that aren't actually stars.
Like a shooting star?
Like a shooting star is not actually a star.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about shooting stars and the actual terms we have for what these rocks are, these giant rocks that were in space. They're called meteoroids when they're out in space, okay? But when they enter the Earth's atmosphere and they're zooming really fast and we could see it streaking across the sky, that's called a meteor at that point.
And that's when you usually see a meteor shower, or you can see it as a shooting star as it goes through the Earth's atmosphere. Now, once it hits the Earth, we have a totally different name for it, and that is meteorite, correct?
Exactly, a meteorite. And maybe you've seen pictures of huge craters here on the Earth. There are some around the Earth. Maybe you've even visited those places. So that's a meteorite. It has entered the Earth's atmosphere and hit the Earth somewhere. So meteoroid, I think a way to remember this is that oid kind of reminds you of aliens, right? An android or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's out in space somewhere. And then afterwards, it's a meteor. It's flying through the sky, and the meteorite hits the Earth. That is all the time that we have for today. We have more to learn about this awesome telescope next time, right here on
Studio Classroom.
A good friend lasts a lifetime. I am so proud to have you in my life. A good friend lasts a lifetime.